As always, there is a lot going on in Marion, Virginia, from a farm-to-table dinner this weekend to commemorating and remembering the events of 9/11 to paying tribute to a bluegrass legend. And here to share with us all the details of what's happening in Marion is Olivia McDonald. And you brought along Ken Heath.
As always, I can't get rid of him.
He's like a bad penny, isn't
He is.
But let's talk about the Farm to Table event coming up. It's going to be a good time, and it's for those folks that may not be interested in racing. It's a great evening in Marion.
Oh, absolutely. We've sold right at 80 tickets so far, so we're accepting 100 people. So I still have some extra tickets in my office. Just feel free to give me a call, 276-783-4190. But it's going to be a lot of fun. Everything's local. So Wolf's Barbecue is doing the meat, and we're getting the meat from a local farm, Laurel Springs Farm,
right.
and then Dark Hollow Hog here in Abingdon.
Say that fast 5 times.
I know, it's hard to say. But he's going to be smoking the meat on site, and then he's going to be cutting it and plating the dinner. We'll have the salad, which a lot of the produce and stuff comes from the farmer's market. Even the pies, we're using local eggs, local cream from the dairy.
Tell me about the pies. If he's pointing them out, they must be extra
special. If you've not
special.
we have two different people. Ebenezer Farm, they do wonderful pies, and then Sisters Cafe down in downtown Marion. Beth makes the best pie ever. So it's
great.
good.
It's going to be a fantastic.
It's going to be fun. Local music. The decorations are local, so we'll have a cash bar. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
And talk to me about the organization that you're kind of helping out with the proceeds.
Yeah, so we've developed a partnership with Sprouting Hope, and they do a local community garden where folks can come out and pick fresh vegetables and bring that home with them. They just have to volunteer their time. So it's a really cool community initiative, and we're working with them to do different types of workshops throughout the farmers market season. Different canning classes, showing children how to plant seeds, different things like that. So they're going to come and teach all of the workshop classes, and then in addition we're helping them with several grants that they're working on. So it's a really great partnership that we're developing with them.
And Ken, you got this 9/11 event coming up. Tell us all about that. Give us the details on that.
Marion, we've commemorated Patriots Day ever since 9/11. This is the 15th anniversary. We have the huge piece of World Trade Center steel in front of the firehouse. It's been a real personal mission as well as for the town. And we always look for something different to do. Last year, the Wilson Fairchild Sons of the Statler Brothers were there for a community concert. But this year, we're so pleased to announce that we're partnering with my buddy Nathan Stanley. He's doing a tribute to his papa, Dr. Ralph Stanley, on Saturday night, September the 10th at the Lincoln Theater. And as part of that, we're going to do a commemoration, the ringing of the bell, honoring the first responders and law enforcement. And as part of that, tickets are $25 in advance, $30 at the door. But if you have your ID with you and you're a first responder or law enforcement, $15 ticket to get you in. And we'll have a patriotic commemoration before the show. So you get to enjoy some bluegrass, you get to pay tribute to Dr. Ralph Stanley. And we also will remember 9/11. On Sunday, actually the day of September 11th, Mount Zion Temple Family Worship Center on South Iron Street is part of their Energizer program they do every year for the community. They're doing hosting the area first responders and their supporters for a commemorative program, and they're going to have local pastors get around, pray for the law enforcement, pray for the first responders, and pray for the nation, which we think is really important as well. And that's all tied into remembering 9/11 and just trying some different things. We don't want to ever forget the reason that the day is commemorated. We lost 343 firefighters in the World Trade Center, almost 3,000 people from all around the world in that attack. And we don't want it to be something that slips into pages. And if you realize now, Chris, there are kids in school in junior high that weren't even alive then. There are kids in senior high that weren't alive then. And there's no point of reference to that. So we want to make sure that Marion always remembers that, just like we do our veterans, just like we do our law enforcement, our first responders every day.
All right, very patriotic themed event. Farm to Table as well coming up this weekend. A lot of great stuff. You always have great stuff happening in Marion, Virginia. Thanks for coming down today. It is going to be a good time this Saturday night. First of all, for the Farm to Table event. It's easy for me to say. And it is going to be a great meal there, and the 9/11 event coming up later in September.